Hi everyone, I'm Chef Leroy and welcome to my cozy kitchen. So we are going to talk about spaghetti squash, okay? The alternative to pasta. That's what we like it for. Anyway, so I went to the store and my whole plan was I was gonna do zoodles today for my meal, okay? Well, I go to the store and I have zucchini that are about 6 inches long and about, I don't know, 1.5 in diameter, really small. They're tiny, and there was only a few of them. So I decided to opt out on the zucchini to make in zoodles to using spaghetti squash for my pasta. Okay, so let's get after it. Okay guys, so here's a few things you're gonna need to do your spaghetti squash. You need a roasting pan, a foil sheet, unless you got a pan that you can cover. I'm going to use a 1/4 cup of water. I'm actually going to add that right to my roasting pan. And then of course a spaghetti squash, and we want to make sure you wash it really well and remove the label because I'm going to bake it with the skin on, okay? So you need a nice big knife to cut these down because they're pretty hard. And the first thing I'll do is I'll cut it straight through the middle. It just makes it more manageable to work with, okay? Just pound that down. And voila, okay? Then I'm gonna flip it over so the seed side is down, okay? And we're gonna cut it through the back, down through the stem. It's pretty hard, so be careful. And there you go, okay? 1/4 of the half, okay? Go through the stem end. That's why you want to use a big knife. And there you go. Okay, now remove your seeds. Okay, take a little bit of a large spoon, go into your squash and scoop your seed out, just like so. Just kind of clean that out a little bit, nicely like that. There you go. Just want to make sure your seeds are out, okay? Lay the squash in with the skin side up. Just like so. There you go. Okay. Pull the seeds out of the way. Really like my new kitchen remodel because my garbage can is right below my countertop now. I used to have it on the other side of the kitchen here, and it was not convenient at all. Okay, so there you go. All right, toaster oven is already preheated. Cover your pan up really tightly with the foil. Help generate that steam in there that you need to finish this off. All right, let's get it in the toaster oven. Okay, I have my toaster oven already preheated to 350 degrees. There we go. And I'm gonna cook this for 50 minutes. Okay guys, my spaghetti squash just got done. That was 50 minutes in the oven. Let me show you something here quick. Sorry, I got a lot of window light here. Flip them over, you stick your fork in there, it's still pretty firm. So I'm going to cover it back up. In fact, I think I'm going to go ahead and add another 1/4 cup of water to it. Cover that up. Now make sure that when you do take this out, don't take that foil off too quickly because you will get burned by the steam. So So basically what we're doing is we're steaming this, okay? So I'm gonna pop it back in my toaster oven for another 30 minutes. Okay everyone, my spaghetti squash is done after 30 minutes, okay? Now again, be careful taking the foil off. Don't want to burn yourself. Steam will come and get you. All right, let's go ahead and flip one over and just poke it with your fork. Beautiful, goes right through, okay? So now what I'll do is I'll flip all pieces over, just like so. And I'm just gonna let it cool down all the way down to room temperature. And then we're gonna pull it all apart, just like spaghetti noodles. All right, so there you go. Okay, so one thing I decided to do is I pulled it out of my roasting pan and put it back on that piece of foil that was sitting on top. Then I can clean my pan. It's all done for later. No problems, don't have to deal with it. And also the pan is really hot, so it's gonna take quite a while for this to cool down to room temperature. So that's a good thing to do. All right, so that's what we did, and anyway, we'll get back to you a little while later. Okay guys, we're back at our spaghetti squash. It's cooled down to room temperature. You take a fork and you pull it apart like this. Just pull that down. I'm gonna throw it right into a container here off to the side. Just be nice and careful, and you get this nice stringy looking squash. See if you can see that better there. Just like so. See, there you go. Nice and stringy, like spaghetti. Love it. All right, and continue. And there you have it, guys. Spaghetti squash in place of pasta. Look at that. Okay, it's a perfect gluten-free item, by the way. All right, guys, we're doing a recap on our spaghetti squash. There you have it. Looks fantastic. So we started out with a nice large spaghetti squash. I quartered the squash, I seeded the squash, and I baked the squash with water, okay? So in my roasting pan to start with, we started out with a 1/4 cup, and we found later, after it was cooking for 50 minutes at 350 degrees, it wasn't quite done. So I added another 1/4 cup. So if we start out in the beginning and we do a 1/2 cup of liquid, that just helps steam it, right? That gets all that nice steam going and gets the squash done a lot better, okay? So in theory, what we should do next time is let's bake that squash at 350 degrees for 1 hour and 10 minutes. So basically 80 minutes, okay? Make sure you put foil over the top, seal it real tight, go ahead and bake that. When it comes out, let that cool down a little bit, pull that foil off, be careful not to get burnt, and let it sit at room temperature until it cools. And again, I pulled my squash from the pan or my casserole dish onto the foil that was covering the pan in the beginning, let it cool to room temperature, used a fork and kind of scrape that out, okay? We end up with nice looking spaghetti squash, kind of resembles pasta, okay? So anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. Try this. Again, gluten-free, all right? Awesome. We're gonna put our ratatouille over the top. Maybe I'll show you a photo of that at the end of this video. So you guys have a great day. Thanks for watching. If you like the channel, please subscribe. Give me some thumbs up. Hit that notification bell. Ding, 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 ding. And otherwise, you guys have fun cooking. That's what it's all about. Have fun cooking. Chef Leroy and out.